Once again, it's time for Tech Talk. Julian Sanders, our tech expert from London Drugs, with us today. And today we're talking about, okay, if you're going to share your electronic devices with your kids, kids may not be as careful with them as you are, so you might have to take some precautions. Julian, why don't we start off, first of all, with the Playbook. Playbook?
Yep, that's the Blackberry Playbook. So a lot of people, these are a really aggressive price. A lot of people are getting them for work, but they do full internet, so you can use a lot of different games on the web for free. And there's a couple of cases. A lot of people like the stand because it's holding it up on its own.
Okay, exactly. So you can see that the little stand is holding it. But this comes with it, or
no? These are extra. Yeah,
these are all extra. Okay.
Yeah, these are all extra for your tablets.
Okay. Now let's talk about this. This is the stylus, and initially I thought you said this is what you should probably have your kids be using if they're going to be fooling around with your iPad or with your Playbook. And I thought, gee, give the kid a stick to poke on the screen. This one's good because it's got a rubberized tip on it. Is that basically the big feature right there?
You got it, yeah, and it also helps them aim a little bit better because kids sometimes aren't aware that their nail won't work on the screen, that kind of thing. So it gives them more consistency. It's also good depending on the kid, right, because all kids are a little different.
Sure.
But some kids actually do more with the stylus because it's much more accurate, so it's easier for them to hit what they want. They get less frustrated. That leads to less problems.
Let's talk about these cases here because once again, you know, not just for kids. Let's face it, I'm not going to lie, I'm clumsy. So this is probably something that I would invest in. Let's talk about some of these cases because they're actually pretty tough.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I have the Griffin Survivor on this iPad, so it's actually been spec'd for the military. So if you accidentally spill something on it, that kind of thing, it's got a very hard coating on it, so you can't easily hurt it.
So it's covering the screen itself as well?
You got it. Yeah.
I'm messing it up. I'm doing all kinds of crazy things.
It has a rubberized cover. A lot of people just buy rubber skin thinking, oh, that's enough. But the Griffin guys have this big skeleton inside, so it's got its own internal protection as well as the outside.
Ah, okay.
So it's hiding in there. Also,
so you got like 2 levels of protection there.
Right. Yeah, and all the ports are covered, so it doesn't matter if they bump it or anything like that. I've even got one on my iPhone. This one is one of the most popular, one of the best sellers.
Why don't you give that a drop-a-rooney here?
If we just take her, give her a good drop, it doesn't really, it doesn't really matter at all. See, you can even drop your iPad.
Exactly. So that still works fine.
Yeah, and it has little covers for the camera, that kind of thing too. So if the kids are getting a little too adventurous, it's all covered up. Same with the bottom. So you can still use your phone, but the whole thing is all sealed up. So these are a really good way if you just pass your iPhone over to your kids. That's a really good one to go for.
And I would think for people who are doing like outdoor activities, that'd be a great idea too. Let's talk about this far item here.
So this is one that's a little bit thinner. Some people don't like the bulkiness of this. So this guy here has a rubber shell. This is one of our Tucano cases, so it's quite nice when you're using it, and then your kids have this rubber bumper. I have one of these to protect my iPad, and my daughter can't hurt it easily. So sometimes kids slip, the corner gets bumped, it gives you a bit of protection. This, combined with a good screensaver, that'll give you a lot of physical protection for the iPad if you don't want the big military-grade cases.
Okay, cool. I've got about 30 seconds here, and in terms of locking out the apps for kids, if you want to be more protective, is it pretty simple?
Yeah, basically, if you're concerned, turn on airplane mode, because you can just turn on airplane mode real quick, pass your phone over to your kid. That works on all phones. Apple and Blackberry both have really easy to set up parental controls through your computer. So do a sync through your computer, check with them, and pop into the store with your questions.
All right, it's pretty straightforward. Once again, some great ideas and some great things for kids and clumsy people like me. Thanks again, Julian. Always a pleasure. A lot of great information there.